Yo, welcome to episode 11 of Coffee Table Podcast. We got my trusty co-host, Funky Cole Medina, Roman's in the building. And man, once again, man, this cat, he's been making some debuts and hanging out, man. He's kind of like that, that co-host that just sprinkles his way in, man. We got sweet Lou Gaddis in the building.
Sweet Lou Gaddis.
Lou, you sipping on anything, man? Have you even got up on game?
That's on power.
Okay. Okay. Today, gentlemen, I am sipping on some of that good almond milk.
Hey, listen, I almost pulled out the almond milk.
Ooh.
I'm a big almond milk guy. I only drink almond milk. I don't drink any other type of milk.
Yeah, man, that vanilla almond milk is on point.
Yeah, hey, they say the they say that almond milk's the healthiest for you.
Yeah, but you know what else I'm on though?
What?
The almond milk is going real righteous, like with this nor'easter I got from Reds. So, shout out Reds, little homemade, like little mom and pop ice cream spot, man. They're big. Ice cream spots are big out here in Maine, man. Yeah. Like mom and pop. So,
and
Baskin and Robbins out here. It's mom and pop. So shout out Reds.
Shout out Reds. And per usual, this episode of the Coffee Table Podcast is brought to you by the Crow's Nest Barbershop.
Frank the Barber. Shout out Frank the Barber.
Shout out Frank the Barber. Oh, and also happy St. Patty's Day to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that yesterday was 316. For some people, 316 is Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
Come on.
For some people, not for me. Dame Lillard's a big Stone Cold guy, and then LeBron went and wore his 3-6. LeBron, by the way, shout out to LeBron, part owner of the Red Sox.
Yeah, there's a lot of haters out here in Boston, aren't there?
Oh, you know what? I will tell you right now.
A lot of haters out here, Louis.
I need to say one thing before we.
You better see him in a green and white jersey too.
Hey, there's people that I know, friends of mine that I know that will remain nameless, that are saying that they're thinking of switching their allegiance from the Red Sox because LeBron took part ownership of that.
Oh yeah, the hate is thick. The hate is thick. I put up a post today and told the haters to hate on. You know what I'm saying? Continue to hate because all that's doing is motivating me. Motivating people. Their hate. I love it.
Motivate. Hustle and motivate.
New England. I love it.
Should be used to it. He's owned the Celtics for years now.
Hey.
Stop that.
Hey, we're getting to Lou territory now, so we better be careful.
So, hey, there's going to be a few things that we talk about today. We're going to definitely do a couple little RIPs. We just talked about LeBron, so we're not going to get too deep into that.
Yeah, and we're planning on doing March Madness. So since we're planning on doing March Madness, I don't want to interrupt anything. We'll actually shove Rookie Watch to next week because Rookie Watch is just becoming the LaMelo Ball show.
Yeah.
So,
he played LeBron tonight. Did you hear what he said about LeBron? Like he's not excited to play him. He don't be on hoop like that, is what he said.
That cat crazy. Hey, but since that's the case, we're going to introduce the newly named Funky Cold Hard Stats.
Yes, I like
this
that.
Week, which I will do before instead of interrupting. And probably, I'm going to put it this way, the most slept on MVP candidate for the NBA would be one Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's stats on the year: 21.4 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 46.7% shoot.
Aren't they like 10-0 with him?
Yeah. Actually, thank you for reminding me about that. They've started playing very well with him. It took time for them to figure it out. They sit 4th in the East. Shout out the Hornets who sit 5th in the East. But a stat that I want to bring up, my last stat, and then we'll dive right into it, is this: the Houston Rockets have lost 17 straight games. So they're 11-27, which means they were 11-10 before this losing streak started. The big significant piece about those 17 games is this: that's the 17 games that Christian Wood has been injured.
He'll make a difference when he gets back. Oladipo's out there balling. Is John Wall still out there balling? I haven't really seen him in the stat sheet.
I know he's been hurt.
He hurt.
He's hurt.
Wood's back tonight, though.
Wood's back tonight, so maybe that losing streak will end.
I saw that. I saw
But
that.
anyways, we have a couple RIPs. We have a couple things we want to talk about, but our main thing today is the college basketball March Madness bracket, which we want to get into. But anyways, Coach, go ahead.
Hey, RIP, first off, to one of the greatest boxers of all time, marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Which, by the way, quick point while you get to that, Dame Lillard walked into the stadium last night with a marvelous Marvin Hagler shirt on. So props to Dame. And then Dame went and dropped the 50-piece.
Ooh, yeah, that's what's up. Hey, Marvin Hagler, man, my memories with him, man, is he's just obviously everyone's memories that Thomas Hearns first round that he had with him. He ended up giving Tommy Hearns the business, knocking him out, but the first round, they were just sitting there. I mean, the whole round. So if you ever get a chance, flashback to that round, like it's one of the most famous boxing rounds ever in the history of boxing. I mean, they just were just going at it. Yeah, marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. Hey, he actually was really close with the guy up here, man. This old bar that they used to have right down there in right out here in South Portland. It was a St. Patty's Day. Shout out to St. Patty's Day. It was I can't remember the guy's name, but he was famous around here. He used to do all of the sports, all the little league sports. He used to sponsor all the teams for everything. It's a dang shame I can't remember his name right now. But he had a picture of Marvin Hagler because I guess he fought out here a couple times. So, anyways, shout out Marvin Hagler. Rest in peace. You wanted to say something about Sean Bradley?
I just want to say get well soon to Sean Bradley. It came out today that since January, he's been paralyzed because I think he was biking or something. He got hit from behind by a car. Mm-hmm. Unfortunate news. That is, and I also want to give a shout out actually to you, Coach.
What?
On your Instagram post about the don't stop. We need to stop the Asian hate. Do better, America. That's a fact.
It's pretty bad right now, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of people are just doing, just being idiotic out here in our country. You know what I mean? And I actually was just looking at Tony Baker. He had an Instagram post up where he usually does being in the community. And he is walking. It's like a little sketch he does. Not even a sketch. It's just like a little piece he does for Instagram. And he kind of started it when the pandemic started, pretty much. And he walks around and he just talks about day-to-day things. And this cat said he had to shut off the comments in his, for his post that he put up because the negative talk about Asian people, the whole they don't like us, meaning they don't like us Black people, and he said it was pretty bad, man, the lack of compassion. I actually looked at some of the comments and was like, wow. You know what I mean? And he was basically breaking it down like, look, man, you sound a lot like some other people that have been saying stuff. You know what I mean? And we know how that goes. We don't want to get too deep into it, but we know how that goes. So, this is my community, my background. It's really a lot. You got a lot of people saying, oh, well, they don't help us. They weren't involved in Black Lives Matter. They don't care about us. They don't like us. And I'm like, wow. So there's some people that are taking that approach, and I am not one of them. We need to stop the Asian hate. So we need to stop the hate in general, but the Asian hate is kind of been an all-time high right now. They're being blamed for a virus and being beat up, being killed. And that's just, people are just,
it's wrong. It's wrong. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to quote Black Eyed Peas on this. Where is the love?
Yeah, for real.
That's a fact though. But anyways, I know there's one more thing you wanted to talk about, Coach, the incident that happened. Was it a shooting or something? Shooting. Yeah. It was a shooting, right?
We want to actually give an RIP to those families that were lost in that senseless shooting in Atlanta. And once again, man, this Asian hate has got to stop. Mm-hmm. And it was a direct target at the Asian community, and people need to figure it out and get it together. If you're going to be that ignorant and just ignorant anyways, I don't even want to get into it, but prayers up to their families and their loved ones and to the Asian community.
I agree. All right. You guys ready for some March Madness?
Yes, sir.
All right, Fresh, you want to take it away?
Oh, there we go. What is going on?
What's going on, man?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know you are. Fresh West in the building.
Fresh West in the building.
Our producer has been big into this tournament for years. Wes, why don't you give us a quick little background of how it started up, how you started it, when you started it, and how big it's gotten.
I really lucked out growing up. I ended up going to a daycare where I want to say, it was anywhere from kindergarten all the way up through middle school. And I went there from 5th grade up until 7th grade. And all the guys that worked there were all a bunch of college kids. So, they got us, we were watching the World Cup. We were watching March Madness. They got us into everything.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then,
don't sleep on the World Cup. That's a fun competition.
We made pools for the World Cup. We all bought like soccer jerseys. We were playing soccer. That was a lot of fun. Like from that 5th grade to like those like 3 or 4 years there was just a lot of fun. And then when I got up here, like no one really cared about March Madness. Like no one really cared about, because there's not that like college atmosphere up here. Like there's no, like the University of Tennessee was like 3 minutes from the daycare where I went.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was just kind of missing. So I just started it started out really small. It was like I had like 10 people one year, and then those people told their friend, at the height of it, there was my senior year in high school, I had like 150 bracket. It was insane.
Wow.
It was insane. I had teachers, I had it was nuts. But it's a lot of fun. It's basically the same scoring that ESPN does, but we had a trophy going around. I don't know who has the trophy now, to be honest with you. That's lost in someone has it.
Right.
But then last year you obviously had COVID, so we didn't get to do it. So that was, it was really up in the air. I really thought they were going to do it. And that was kind of the first sign that COVID was actually really serious, because the NCAA is the most corrupt organization out there. And if they're going to take away, their chance of making all that money, that's when they make their money.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're going to take that out, that's when I was like, oh, that's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, speaking of the NCAA tournament, before we get into it, I think, and I don't know exactly when Coach J was put on this earth, but I know for at least the rest of us, it's the first time in our lifetime, because it's the first time since 1975.
Oh, yeah, I was one.
That Duke and Kentucky have not made the tournament.
I'm all right with that.
Absolutely.
So you were one. All right. So it's happened once in your lifetime.
I'm really happy with Duke not making it. They still try to get them in there. They still try to give those fools a chance. I'm like, these guys. So I'm good with that. I didn't like how they didn't get the opportunity to be able to play their way in, but I'm real good that they're not in. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anyways, Wes, you want to take this away, because this is about to be fun.
So I haven't really got it set up yet. I've only got my bracket I just posted it. So basically what I do, to be honest, I normally skip the play-in games, mainly because it's all the 16 teams, and no one ever picks the 16 seed. The only time that really screwed me was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know who else that screwed? Me. I had Virginia winning the whole thing.
I had them going to the Final Four for sure.
So that changed my views on that. I didn't choose any 16 seeds. I can tell you that.
Right.
So basically what I do, I rank the first round games 10 points, and then I go 20, 30, 40, and then I go 50, and then I make the championship game 100 points. I've only ever had to use a tiebreaker once, and they had to do the score, and I did it based on who was closest. But this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited.
Good for you, man.
So, looking at the bracket now, which division you guys want to start at?
I think we should go West, East, South, and then close off with Midwest.
I'm on whatever you guys want to do.
Cool. So, first round game, I got Gonzaga.
As the
Filthy.
one, right?
Yep. Then
I got-
we got the 8-9 matchup of Oklahoma and Missouri. I went Missouri. The 8-9s are always tough.
Yep.
8-9s are always tough. I went Missouri. Then I went UCSB. I went Virginia over Ohio. I went USC. I went Kansas, VCU, and Iowa. I think Iowa might be the best team in the tournament, to be honest.
Really? Do you like
they're
Garza
filthy.
like that, huh? I like Garza, but I don't know. All right.
Well, here's how I think this works. I think Wes can go first. Then I think we go Sweet Lou. Then we go you, and then me.
Oh, you want to close it down? Okay.
I do want to close it down, and you'll see why.
I feel you.
All right, Sweet Lou.
All right, so I'll be honest, I haven't really officially done my bracket, but
Me neither.
with you guys, I'm gonna do it. So Gonzaga, I got Gonzaga in the first game. Oklahoma Missouri game, I'm taking 18 in Oklahoma. Creighton and CSB. That's gonna be one of the biggest upsets. I got UCSB in that game. Then I got Virginia over Ohio. I got USC over Wichita State or Drake. Got Kansas over Eastern Washington. I got Oregon over VCU, and I'm gonna go with Iowa also. Got Iowa over Grand Canyon.
Coach?
All right. I'm just checking it out right now. All right. So I got Gonzaga. Well, let's see that playing game. So I got Appalachians. Oh, I got Gonzaga, actually. Sorry. I thought that was the playing game. I got Missouri over Oklahoma. I got UCSB over Creighton. I got Virginia over Ohio. Man, I think I might have. Is that Wichita State? Who is that? Wichita?
Yeah, that's
Drake.
Man, I don't like to go against the Pac-12 just because that's where I'm from. I'm gonna roll with USC. I'm gonna go with Kansas over Eastern Washington. I should go Eastern Washington. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it. I'm gonna go Eastern Washington over Kansas and an upset. I'm gonna go Oregon over VCU, Iowa over Grand Canyon.
And then that's it, because that's the first section.
Yep.
So I'm up then, right?
Yep.
All right. I have Gonzaga taking that first game. I got Missouri taking the 8-9. I got Creighton, but I'm debating switch. That one's tough for me, but I'm gonna stick with Creighton. I got Ohio over Virginia. Now, last week, Coach, I told you that I don't pick Virginia past the Elite Eight. And at first I had Virginia winning this game, but here's the thing. Ohio, I've done a lot of research like in the past couple of days. Ohio is one of the teams that people think is going to pull off this upset. And I still am salty about Virginia killing my bracket 2 years ago. So I'm rolling with Ohio on the upset. I'm going USC over the 11. I'm going Kansas over Eastern Washington. I'm going VCU. And I'm going to have to go Iowa with Luka Garza because he is a problem.
He is a problem. Fresh West, so you have all this down?
Yep.
Because I have nothing written down. Zero.
So I think what also we good if you guys should take a picture afterwards because I'm writing as fast as I can.
All right, that works.
Cool.
What was I gonna say? East is up, Wes.
In the East. All right. I went Michigan, then LSU. I have Colorado over Georgetown, Florida State over UNCG. I got BYU. I've got number 3 Texas. I took Maryland over Connecticut and Alabama over Iona. Alabama's nasty. They are nice.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Yeah,
they play
great
great.
cards. That team's really good.
Lulu.
I got Michigan over the 16. I got LSU over the 9. I got Colorado over Georgetown. Florida State over UNC. I'm gonna take that 11 over the BYU.
Mhm.
I got them in that playing game. I got Texas over 14. I'm gonna go with Nick Caramelli's college with Maryland over UConn. And then I'm gonna go with Alabama over Iona.
Okay. Wes, you got time? Were you able to get that down?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll with Michigan that first round. I got LSU. I got Georgetown with the upset over Colorado. They're on a roll right now. I'm gonna take another upset too. I'm gonna go UNC over Florida State on the upset. I got UCLA. Is that Michigan State, UCLA?
Yep.
I got Michigan State beating UCLA there, and then they'll go on to beat BYU.
Yep.
I got Texas. Shaka's got his team rolling right now. I'm gonna go Connecticut, and I'm gonna go Bama.
Wes, you all set?
Yeah.
All right. I have Michigan winning. I actually am going to go with St. Bonaventure because something a lot of people don't know about St. Bonaventure is they're holding their opponents to 60 points per game. They play defense. They play tough. I think the Bonnies can get that win. I'm going with Pat Ewing's squad, Georgetown over Colorado. They're hot right now. I really think that they actually didn't deserve the seed that they got. I have Florida State winning. I have BYU, although I'm skeptical about it because that's a tough matchup whoever they play. I have Texas. I have UConn. And I have Roll Tide.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. And then when Fresh is ready, we got the South.
All right, Fresh. Let us know if you need to go back. Fresh, now's the time. If you want to go back and figure out who we had from the East, if you got any questions, and who we had from the West. If we are going too fast for you, go ahead and ask, bro, so you can get those down.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Right. And then we'll go to the South, where I have Baylor. I have Wisconsin over North Carolina. I got Villanova. I took Purdue over North Texas. I took Utah State over Texas Tech. I went Arkansas. Then I went Florida over Virginia Tech. And then I went Ohio State.
Okay, so first game I got Baylor. Second game I got UNC. Third game I got Winthrop over Villanova.
Ooh, okay. That's your upset?
Yep. Fourth game I got Purdue. Fifth game I'm going with Texas Tech. Sixth game I'm going with Colgate over Arkansas.
Okay.
Colgate got that Keenan kid that played Blue Wave with us, Coach.
Oh, really? Played Blue Wave?
And you know what's funny?
Oh.
Lou's not the first person to say don't sleep on Colgate. So
Colgate tough. Florida versus Virginia Tech. I'm going with Florida. Then I'm gonna go with Ohio State over that other team.
Oral Roberts.
Yep.
Hey, Fresh,
Yeah.
can you switch my my UNC deal in the other bracket and give me Florida State there?
Yep.
I don't know why I thought that was going to be North Carolina.
Gotcha.
So let's go. You let me know whenever you're ready for me to start mine.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I'm going to go Baylor. I'm going to go North Carolina. That's going to be a good game, though. Let's go. I'll go Virginia. I'm going to go Purdue. I'm going to go Texas Tech. I'm going to go Arkansas. Let's stay conservative. I'm going to go Florida over Virginia Tech, Ohio State, and absolutely, that's the next one. Yeah, Ohio State over Oral Roberts.
All right. Wes, when you're ready, let me know.
You're good.
All right. I'm going to go Baylor. I'm going to go North Carolina because I think Roy Williams come tournament time is hard to bet against. And I'm going to go Villanova for the same reason with Jay Wright. I'm going to go Purdue. And my upset of this bracket is Utah State. And I'm going to take a second here. And actually, this explains the outfit and everything. So Utah State is one of two teams in the tournament for the men's to have a Portuguese player. And as you guys know, I'm half Portuguese, so I gotta roll with that.
Right.
There's a total of 5 between the women's tournament and the men's tournament Portuguese players, which I think is a record, by the way. But the main reason why I'm picking Utah State, again, they're a defensive team, and their best player, their Portuguese player, their 7-foot junior, Nemias Queta. He's a walking double-double, averaging 15 points a game, 10 rebounds, and something like 2 blocks or something like that. So he's a baller. I think he's going to be key for this Utah State team. I have them beating Texas Tech. I have Arkansas over Colgate. I got to go with Gator Nation. And I got to go with the Ohio State University.
All right. I didn't pick an upset for that division, but you know it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I have a weird feeling it's going to be Winthrop over Villanova. Weird feel.
All right. Play-in games are tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and Fresh West, when you're ready, we're doing the Midwest.
Perfect. So I took Illinois. I'm torn. I want to say, I'm going Georgia Tech. The Tennessee-Oregon State game's concerning. Tennessee should win. They won't. I'm going to
Should win, they won't.
They're garbage. Like they should have ran through the SEC this year. That should have been theirs.
Hey, dude, listen. The reason they didn't win the SEC is because of Alabama, though. Alabama's a problem.
Tennessee's a better squad. Like collectively, like they can't put it together. I don't understand. But as a lifelong Tennessee fan, you grow used to it. I got Oklahoma State over Liberty. San Diego State over Syracuse. Then I went West Virginia over Moorhead. Clemson. And then I went Houston.
Okay.
And then...
Sweet loser.
All right, Lou, ready for you.
I got Illinois. I'm going to go with Sister Jean in the Loyola Chicago. Gotta rock with her. I'm going to go with Tennessee over Oregon. I got Oklahoma State. Whew. I'm going to go. I have too many upsets. I'm going to go San Diego State with that one. West Virginia. I'm going to go with Geo Baker and company with Rutgers over Clemson.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Houston.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll with Illinois. And see, I've been able to see them a little bit. So I
hear that they're good.
They're as advertised, man. They got that cat with the mask. He'd be out there banging on cats and D'ing up. I'm going there. I'm going Georgia Tech. Oregon State, Tennessee. Oregon State was kind of on a roll from winning their tournament. I'm going to go ahead and roll with Oregon State on that upset, Fresh. That'll be my upset pick there. Liberty's the truth too, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. Then I'm going San Diego State. I'm going to go West Virginia. I'm going to go Clemson. And then Houston is a problem. I'm going Houston.
All right, Wes, when you're good, let me know.
You're good.
All right, so this side of the bracket is an interesting side of the bracket. I think it's going to be probably one of the most competitive sides. I'll go Illinois. I'll rock Sister Jean and Loyola Chicago, but again, Loyola Chicago is one of those defensive teams holding opponents to 55 points per game. That's impressive. I'm going to roll with Tennessee. And like Coach, the Oklahoma State Liberty game is hard. Again, Liberty is one of those good defensive teams, but I have one name for it. Cade Cunningham.
Cade is a fool. 6'8" out there doing damage.
He is a
problem. About
problem.
him the other week.
Cade Cunningham, listen, and I'm going to say this honestly. If Cade Cunningham comes out and is in his bag, we could see some cardiac Kemba stuff and they could win the turn. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if I don't think that's going to happen, but there's potential there. That's how good he is.
Okay.
I'm going to go San Diego State over Syracuse. That's a hard one for me, though. But even though, you know what, San Diego State, actually, I take that back. I have them winning, but they're very good. They're a team that I think could really go on a roll. Too bad they don't have Malachi this year, because then they might as well win the chip.
Yeah.
Because everyone said that last year would have potentially been San Diego State's year.
You think he regrets leaving, or is he cool with that paper?
I don't know, man. I think if he stayed, they'd be balling.
Yeah.
I go West Virginia over Moorhead. I'm going Rutgers for the same reason as Lou. New Hampshire-born Geo Baker. He's a problem. He's a baller.
Is that the one that played for you guys with Blue Wave?
Nah, that's nah.
No. Geo Baker, you've definitely seen him. He got like you know who Geo Baker is, Lewis, right?
Yeah, almost like every week we played it in Mass and stuff. He was always around.
Okay.
Yeah,
Some games he sat out because of his scholarships and stuff, but like he was there around.
I think he's in my grade, or he's the grade below me, something like that. And then I got Houston over Cleveland State, even though Cleveland State's the other team that got the Portuguese player, but I just can't pick a 15 seed, especially against Houston.
Mm-hmm. Houston's a dang problem. So, all right.
All right, now we got the round of 32 out west. Fresh West.
Second. All right. Out west, I went Gonzaga. Then I took Virginia. Then I went Kansas and Iowa.
Lou?
Yep. I got Gonzaga. I got Virginia. I can't remember who I picked. I got Kansas. Then I got Iowa.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Wes, who did I have? I had UCSB beating Creighton, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And did I have Eastern Washington upsetting Kansas?
Hey, listen, I have a question. And by the way, Coach, I know you had that. Why is everyone hot on USB or UCSB?
It's not that I'm so hot on them as much as I'm not high on Creighton.
Yeah, the coach is crazy. I ain't with it.
What do you mean by the coach is crazy?
He's the one that said, stay with them on the plantation, right?
Oh, dang.
That's the one that said that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
Obviously poor choice of words, but I'm just Creighton got dealt with too, in their tournament, so UCSB always.
Oh, wait, no. Hey, the Creighton coach, that's Doug McDermott's dad.
Was that him that said that, Lou?
So the Creighton head coach, was it the head coach that said it, or was it the assistant?
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's make sure that's Creighton though. Let's see if that's him or not. Because if it isn't, that's a terrible mistake on my part.
It's
No,
Creighton.
No, it is, because it says Creighton Blue Jays reinstate men's head coach Greg McDermott. That's Doug McDermott's dad, the one that's in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah, McBuckets. So, okay. I had Eastern Washington beating Kansas. Is that what I had there, Fresh?
Yes.
Let's change that. That's not going to happen. As much as I want one of my home state.
That's not going to happen, he says.
Kansas just to me is overrated, but this year for sure. But anyways, all right. So let's go with this second round. I got Gonzaga winning that. I got Virginia beating whoever's coming out, UCSB. I got Kansas beating USC. I got Iowa beating Oregon.
All right, so for me, Fresh, I'm asking you to make a change. I want you, if you can change UCSB over Creighton, because that game honestly, I was already thinking about that one for hours. So yeah, if you can change that for me, that puts me with a 12-13 matchup there, which we'll get to in a second. I got Gonzaga beating Missouri. And I'm being serious when I told you that this team ain't messing around. I got Ohio beating UCSB and going to the Sweet 16. I got Kansas over USC. And I don't think VCU is going to be able to contain Luka Garza. So I got Iowa. I think Luka Garza is a problem.
Sweet. All right, so I went. Where did I go? I went Michigan over LSU. And then I took Florida State. I went Texas and then Alabama.
First game, I got LSU. Yo, those 3 guards are cold, man. I can't bet against them.
Wait, you got LSU beating Michigan?
Yeah. Michigan's
You're not sold on Michigan.
Michigan don't have the best players. Hurt.
He's hurt?
Yeah, he's out. Where was I at? I got LSU. Then I had Florida State. Then I have Texas. And then I have Bama.
Hang on, you guys. All right. So I got Michigan winning there. I got Florida State. My bad, you guys. Sorry, I lost my place. Yep, so I got FSU. I got Texas. Then I got Bama. We good?
Yeah, I'm just thinking because so I'll get to so I have Michigan over St. Bonaventure, but the game that I'm mulling over in my head is Georgetown and Florida State. Because Florida State seems like they're a problem. I haven't seen them play. But I'm gonna stick with my original pick, and I'm gonna go Georgetown.
Florida State got a few 7-footers. Dangerous.
The Hoyas are hot though, man.
They are hot. They'll get it out in that first round, my opinion. Second round, they're gonna struggle. But they're hot.
See,
They're hot.
that I might change that one later. I don't know. Actually, you know what?
No, roll with it.
All right, I'll roll with Georgetown to switch from that. I'm going Texas over BYU.
And if you guys have a change of heart on any of these, like this doesn't have to be fine. Like you guys can, as long as you have these to me by noontime on Friday.
Yeah, I know. I'm just that Georgetown Florida State one's messing with my head. But I got Texas over BYU, and I'm gonna say it again. Roll Tide.
Yeah, before we go, we're doing this pretty quick. I might forgot something, but I'm definitely gonna write it down and text it to you, Coach Jay. So we can get to Fresh West. My final one.
Okay.
All right, so Fresh, you're on to the round of 32 in the South.
So I went Baylor, Purdue, Arkansas. I'm gonna keep going back and forth on this Florida State. Florida and Ohio State. I think I'm going to roll with Ohio State. I've got that one started.
Hey, is Florida that good this year, or are you just not sold on Ohio State?
I'm not really sold on Ohio State.
They gave what's their name? Whoever they played in the Illinois some trouble. But
All right.
Luke,
Luke.
Muted. I got Baylor. I got Winthrop.
damn.
Winthrop. I got Arkansas. No way. I had Colgate that game, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got
He's thinking about Colgate over Texas Tech, man. He's thinking about it.
I'm gonna go with Colgate that game.
Okay.
I'm going with Colgate.
He's rocking that toothpaste.
And I'm going with Florida.
Man, listen, man. Before you go, Coach Jay, the disrespect on the Buckeyes is just.
I'm going with Baylor. I'm going with Villanova. I'm going with Texas Tech. Ooh. I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Good choice.
We good, Fresh? You got everything?
Yeah, I'm good.
So I'm going to go and listen. These two first picks in the South are interesting because in an ordinary March Madness tournament, you wouldn't bet against Roy Williams. But I'm going to go Baylor. Villanova, Purdue, again, betting against Jay Wright's difficult. However, to lose point about Florida State, Purdue has the tallest roster in the Big Ten, and they're the top rebounding team in the conference. So I'm going to go with the Boilermakers, Purdue over Villanova. And I'm going to stick with my boy, and I'm going to say Utah State is going to the Sweet 16. They're beating Arkansas.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with the Ohio State University.
Jared Sellinger.
All right.
Jared Sellinger. Listen, that's not the most notable Ohio State player.
Russ.
That or Greg the kneecap breaking Odin.
Hey, Michael Redd was a problem, man. Ohio State's had some ballers.
Hey, but Ohio State has more pigskin balls.
True. Jimmy
Right.
Jackson.
What?
Sleep on Jim Jackson.
Hey, the thing about Ohio State that people forget, that team that had Mike Conley and Greg Oden was an issue.
Yeah.
That Ohio State squad. All right, Fresh, Midwest, round of 32.
So I got Illinois. I went Oklahoma State over Tennessee. I went West Virginia, and then I went Houston.
I got Illinois the first game. Sorry, Sister Jean. Sorry. Illinois. Then I got Oklahoma. Then I got West Virginia. And
You got to go Houston, right?
I don't know, man. Those Rutgers guards are tough. I'm gonna go Houston.
All right. Yo, so I'm gonna go Illinois. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State. I'm gonna go San Diego State over Virginia, West Virginia, excuse me. And then I gotta go H-Town over Clemson.
All right. For me, I think this Battle of Illinois is going to be a good one. I think Loyola Chicago is going to put up a fight, but I got Illinois. Sorry, Fresh, but same two name for you again. Cade Cunningham, man. Oklahoma State. I'm gonna go San Diego
Make
State.
it out of the first round, dude.
What? Do you think they'll make it out the first round?
No, with Tennessee, what you do, you set your expectations so low that you can't possibly be disappointed.
Oh, so it's kind of like my Cowboys then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they win, it's a bonus, Fresh.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, basically, my bar is they're going to lose by 50. So if they go out there and lose at a buzzer beater, you're like, all right.
Hey, listen, when I was reading the write-up on Tennessee, they said Tennessee's biggest issue is their inconsistency.
That's all it is. I mean, they could go out there and ball. They were supposed to run away with it this year, and sometimes they look like the best team in the SEC, and then other times.
Actually, you know what? You make a point. I think the preseason rankings had them like top 3. But
that's how it goes. We're good at messing things up.
yeah, I got San Diego State over West Virginia. And I got Houston over Rutgers, but barely. You know what? I'm with Lou on this. If that game ends up being an upset, I won't be surprised because Rutgers is good.
Okay.
All right. Now I believe, if I'm not wrong, we got the Sweet 16 out west.
Yep.
All right. So I went. Yep. So I got Gonzaga. Trying to figure out who else I went with there. Boom. And Iowa. Cliche, but. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I messed that up. Hold on.
That's
Sorry,
included
we're
too.
parenting over here.
That's all right.
All right. Yep, so I had Gonzaga. Then we had Virginia. I went Kansas and Iowa.
Wait. Wait, no, we're past that round, Fresh. Now you're telling us who's going to be in your Elite 8.
All right, see, that's where I got all confused. All right, so I was good. So I had Gonzaga and Iowa.
Okay.
I also have Gonzaga and Iowa.
All right.
Coach?
I also have Gonzaga and Iowa.
And I'm going to make it the Fabulous 4. I also have Gonzaga and Iowa.
Perfect.
I swear, if neither one of them get in, all 4 of us are done. But I think both of them will get in on that. I think that side of the bracket's the easiest side to predict for the last 2 on that side.
Right.
Then over in the East, I went Michigan. Oof, I don't want to do it, but yeah, Alabama. Gross.
USCC guy, you don't like Alabama.
They've been giving us the business my whole life, so
Yeah, it's a hard hit.
In all sports, right?
no, they just kind of started coming up in basketball, but in football, you know, the third Saturday in October used to mean something. Now it's just an automatic.
It means that it means you're getting.
It means we're going to get our ass beat and
Yeah.
embarrassed on primetime television.
Yeah.
That's normally when College Game Day goes there. They're like, "Oh, we're live from Knoxville." I'm like, "I wish you weren't."
Hey, so wait a minute. So we're picking how many teams? 2 teams right now?
2 teams.
I'm pretty sure I have LSU and Florida in this bracket, but
You had LSU and Florida State. You did.
Yeah. I'm taking Florida State over LSU, and I'm taking Bama.
So I got Michigan and I got Bama.
And I'm on the reverse side with Wes. I got Michigan and Bama, and Roll Tide. Excuse me, I gotta stick with my theme. Roll Tide. But me being the Ohio State guy I am, it disgusts me to see Michigan there. But what can you do? South.
Over in the South, I went Baylor. And then I went Florida. I don't love that.
I got Florida and I forget what the other team I had.
Was it Baylor? You had Baylor and with Winthrop.
Yep. So I got Baylor the first game, and then the bottom part I forget.
You had Florida beating Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had Florida beating Colgate. So it's Florida. It's or did you know? No, Florida Colgate's the game now that you're deciding.
Yeah, I got Florida.
I got Baylor and OSU. I got Baylor, Ohio State.
See, the hard thing for me is this. I already have 2 1-2 seeds, and it's hard to see 3 1-2 seeds go in. But I haven't seen Baylor play much, but I hear Baylor's pretty good.
Yeah, they had a little struggle and they lost their game after they had a ton of kids in and out from COVID. So that kind of messed with the program. COVID could blow all our brackets. You guys know that, right?
I know. See,
COVID could kill us all. I mean,
Purdue's a tough team. And this is a really, okay, I'll tell you one thing. I have Ohio State, unfortunately, beating Utah State on the bottom side. And I have Baylor beating Purdue for now, but I may touch you fresh between now and noon Friday because that game is really killing me. I don't know what to pick on that game. I need to go back to that one. But right now it's Baylor OSU for now.
all right. Midwest fresh.
Down west, I got Illinois and Houston. They might be the best teams in the tournament. I really don't like doing the 1-2 just because, like what Roman was saying, very seldom does it happen, but especially in that division, they're far and away the best teams.
Lou?
I also got Illinois and Houston.
I'm a third that. I got Illinois and Houston as well.
And I'm going to go Illinois and San Diego State.
That's not bad. That's
my big.
I'm glad one flipped the script on that for sure.
That is one of my big late round upsets. I got San Diego State over Houston.
San Diego State's going to give whoever they play fits.
That's why I'm saying, and I was watching something last night, and they said if there's one of those middle seeded teams to watch out for, it's San Diego State.
Wait a
That's
minute.
how they get down.
Wait, for that last one, fresh, did I have Illinois versus Oklahoma State?
Yes.
Oh, and by the way,
I'm taking Oklahoma State that game.
Illinois, huh?
Well, no, here's the thing I'm going to say is this. That Illinois-Oklahoma State game for me is hard because, again, I'm Cade Cunningham.
Man, Illinois gave, it was Texas. They gave Oklahoma State that work.
Well, the issue is this. Here's the issue with Oklahoma State. Let's say that Cade Cunningham has a bad game against Liberty, they could be out right there. That's the issue. Is they're one of those programs, they really rely on Cade. So it depends on if he shows.
Yeah, and I'm nervous about
And
that.
I'm nervous too. I'm nervous about having them that far. But again, their first round's Liberty. And again, fresh, no offense, their second round's Tennessee. So if Tennessee shows up for one game, they ain't showing up for two. And then I just don't know.
They could go on to win this whole thing, and I wouldn't be surprised. Or
they could lose the first round, right?
What's the name of the dude with the mask on Illinois?
I'm not sure. He's filthy though. It should be named Filthy. He'd be out there getting it in. They got another dude called Coburn but his last name is spelled absolutely different than the way the pronouncers pronounce it. They don't want to.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
Mean,
Yeah.
hey, are you talking about?
He's huge too. He's a big dude.
Oh, you're talking about Ayo Dosomnu, the guy that wears the mask.
Well, that's the dude that wears the mask. There's another dude.
Yeah, Kofi. Cannot say it, or we're not going to say it on that. Kofi Cockburn.
Yeah.
That
And they
one?
would not say it on the TV. I'm like, man, that's not his last name is not Coburn. You know?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with saying that. That's his last name.
Yeah. Cockburn. You know what I'm saying? But anyways.
Hey, that's the thing for me is I think the one thing for me that's interesting about this Illinois game is, but it was kind of a consistent trend amongst number one seeds beside Gonzaga and Michigan. So really Illinois and Baylor is that lack of tournament experience. When is that going to hit Illinois in the face? And that's what I'm worried about.
I don't see it happening. I mean, they come out.
I don't either. But
I see them just, man, if they get after it, man, and they play D the way they play D and just attack the rim, it's a long game for whoever plays them.
Exactly. All right, we're on to the Elite Eight at West. So, West, who's coming out of the West?
I have Iowa. I don't trust Gonzaga.
I don't blame you.
Lou?
I'm gonna go with West. I got Iowa. Gonzaga has that weak bracket they're playing. I don't know.
Coach?
I got to go home with the home state. You know, you see it on the hat. Let me point.
I'm out there. Whoa. But hey, listen. Deacon made it very clear. Spokane's a different part of Washington, though. Spokane's the red part, Coach.
Yeah, it is a red part. It is a red part, but nonetheless, it is part of Washington State. And I'm going to roll with Gonzaga.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. Luca Garza. That's all that needs to be said. You guys know who's coming out of that from me.
Okay. I respect it. But Suggs is a problem, man. Just want you guys to know that.
Suggs is tough.
Hey, listen. If Gonzaga makes it to the Final Four, you'll be in the lead of this thing unless the rest of your brackets do to.
That's true. All right.
We got the East. Fresh?
Went with Bama. Sickens me.
I went with Florida.
Florida State, damn, he's riding the Seminoles hard.
Yeah, but hey, I ain't mad at him. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Bama on that. I think it's gonna come back to haunt Michigan, and Michigan has dropped some games where I'm like, yeah, you deserve your number one seed, but did you?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right now. I think these two seeds should have been swapped. I think Bama should have had the 1. I think Michigan should have had the 2.
I agree.
I'm gonna go roll tide again, and I'm gonna say this. Another dude that's a problem out there is Javon Quinterly, the guard for Bama.
Doesn't even start.
He's been playing well though.
He plays well, but there's 2 other guards better than him.
Wait, what's the other guard's name that I'm confusing him with then? Is it
Shackelford? That's his name? Is he on that team?
Yeah, it's Jaden. No, Shackelford. That's the one I'm confused with. Is Jaden Shackelford.
Okay.
No matter what, give me Bama on that. I forgot they had him.
You forgot they had him?
Yeah, I like him. He's tough.
I confused Shackelford and the other dude. That was my B.
You take it. So Lewis is taking Bama. You got that, Fresh?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we got the
We in the South.
South. Thank you.
All right. I went Baylor, and then to kind of speed it up, I'll do the Midwest. I went Illinois.
Okay, I got Baylor and Oklahoma State.
You got faith in Oklahoma State squad, huh?
I'm going with Cade, man. Cade, dog. Ain't number 1 in the draft for nothing.
Coach?
Man, so I got Baylor. And then I got to go Illinois.
See, again, this is tricky for me because I told you guys that I might put Purdue over Baylor. And I kind of want to put Ohio State over Baylor, but I'm going to go Baylor. That one's tough for me, though, because I think that's one of those tough ones to predict. And Midwest, I'm going to keep it simple for you. Illinois. But I agree with Lou. If Oklahoma State beats Illinois, it's Oklahoma State. But Illinois got two dudes that are a problem.
It's hard for me to sleep on Houston too, but
I think Houston's going to get bounced by San Diego State. I'm telling you.
you could be right. I wouldn't be surprised off that.
So we got our Final Four. So here's how I think we should do the Final Four. I think we just straight up say the two teams that we have meeting in the championship, and then we do our championship after. Rush?
Perfect. So I went Bama and Illinois, and I took Illinois, and it's not close.
So you have Illinois winning the ship.
Yep.
And you decided to go SEC and go Bama. That surprises me. You're big on Luka Garza and you're not an Alabama guy. I'm a little surprised by that. All right, Lou?
1 second. Okay, I got Bama.
But anytime Gonzaga's ranked high, they screw up somewhere.
They do.
That is a fact. I'm sticking to that.
Michigan's fraudulent. Alabama's just kind of catching fire at the right time.
I got
Illinois.
Bama, and I got Oklahoma State.
Woo!
You know who's gonna win it all?
Who?
Say it. Don't you say it.
He wears number 36 for the Celtics. He went there.
Oklahoma State. Okay. You got Oklahoma State winning it all. I got Gonzaga.
Listen, man. Hey, you know what? I hope Liberty comes out and claps Oklahoma State now that you said that. I hope Liberty comes out and puts the double team clamps on Cade and screws up my bracket just so yours is done because you riding them way too hard.
Marcus Smart.
Just because of Marcus Smart too. Just because you mentioned that makes me
They
want to
give Cade a pep talk and it's gonna be over.
You went out there and you opened your mouth and you did some Max Kellerman stuff and just went there when you did not need to go there.
Had to.
I'm gonna go with Gonzaga. And I got Gonzaga meeting Illinois.
And who's your champion?
Gonzaga, baby. Rolling with the Zags.
Yeah, they're tough, Corjay. I wouldn't bet against them.
All right.
I'm not going to. I think they'll find their way there.
What I'm going to say is this, because I just looked at my time. We have to wrap this up soon. So I'm going to give you guys my Final Four and my champion. I'm going to go Roll Tide and Illinois in the championship. And my winner is by a score of, and I'll give you score, 67-60. I'm going with the Illinois Fighting Illini.
Wow. Wow.
That is who is winning the tournament. And I originally had Gonzaga, but then I remember the thing that Wes said earlier. When Gonzaga gets a high seed, they find a way to screw it up. And that's exactly what they'll do.
They didn't have Suggs before that.
You don't even have them. Oh, no, you don't have them going to your championship game.
They're gonna get upset, but I wouldn't bet against Suggs. He's tough.
Telling you, hey, listen. I like your Cade Cunningham pick. I think it's good. I think but I just don't know if they can do it. And you brought up the Marcus Smart thing, and that now makes me not want them to win.
All right. Let me put you guys up on some game. The most used line in the movies is "Let's get out of here."
That does not surprise me at all.
It brings us to our point. We got to get out of here.
We got to bounce.
Yes,
Thank you for listening. Next episode of the Coffee Table Podcast. We may have a guest. We may not. We're not sure.
Yeah,
yet.
we got to figure it out. We'll put it together. I know the next one I'd like to be, I'd like it to be over at your establishment. Do you have you got a TV, big screen TV we can use to post somebody up for our guest?
I believe I do. I can work on that for you, Coach.
All right.
But what I was going to say is this. Thank you for Sweet Lou for coming on again.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, dog. And this is another episode of the Coffee Table Podcast.
Oh yeah, hit that like and subscribe button, right?
Like and subscribe. And by the way, let us know who you have winning the tournament. All
Yes,
I'm gonna say is this: go Illinois, but I almost went Roll Tide the whole way.
All right, we good?
Peace.
Oh man, we didn't get to the girls, but who you guys got winning it all in the girls?
I got UConn, man. Don't bet against
That
Junior.
freshman.
Don't bet against Paige Buckers. That freshman, she a bucket.
Is ridiculous, huh? I didn't even know about her, man.
She is a bucket.
Yeah, I wish we could have got a little more into the girls. Are they playing? Are they a little bit later? Or are they going the exact same time?
I think they're like a day or two behind, but
Yeah.
I filled out my bracket. I have UConn winning. If we had time, we would have done it. But
Yes,
Yeah, Indiana.
nothing against the ladies, man. Shout out the ladies. And the WNBA got the Don Staley logo. Did you guys see that?
Mhm.
Shout out to them. And oh, by the way, man, I was watching I guess it was on last night. It was the TNT, one of the TNT crews, the one with Shaq and Dwayne Wade and come on, Jason. What's our girl's name? Candace Parker. And
she hit like 6 threes in a row, didn't she?
she's a baller. They had Cynthia Cooper on there. Do you know Cynthia Cooper was the first one to bring the Euro back to America, the Euro step?
Really?
Not your boy at the Spurs.
Tony?
Ginobili.
Or Ginobili, sorry, Ginobili.
He was the originator. So, anyways.
All right, y'all. That's another episode. We'll see y'all soon.